Don't compare yourself. The story of Tavin. Near a peaceful little village called Eldorwin, there was a lush green forest where birds chirped joyfully and the wind rustled gently through the trees, whispering nature's secrets. In that village lived a boy named Tavin. He was hardworking, honest, and always tried his best in everything he did. But there was one thing that kept him from being truly happy. Tavin constantly compared himself to others. Whenever he saw his friend Darren, the smartest student in the village, Tavin would sigh, "I wish I were as smart as Darren." When he saw his neighbor Merrick, who was wealthy and lived in a big house, Tavin would mutter, "If only I had a life like his." Even just watching someone run fast across the yard made him feel discouraged. I'll never be able to do what they can. As time passed, Tavin's mood worsened. He lost interest in studying, neglected his work, and always felt like he was falling behind everyone else. One day, a wise man named Elendor came to the village. People whispered that he had the power to enlighten minds and help others understand the truths of life. When Tavin heard this, he decided to seek his guidance. He approached the sage and said, "Master Elendor, I always try my best, but every time I see someone better than me, I feel sad. I feel like I'm not worth anything. Please help me." The kind sage smiled and said, "Tomorrow morning, meet me under the old tree at the edge of the forest. You will find your answer there." The next morning, while the air was still cool and fresh, Tavin arrived at the tree. Elendor was already waiting, his eyes warm and gentle. He pointed to the forest ahead and asked, "What do you see?" Tavin looked around and replied, "There are many kinds of trees. Some are tall, some are short, some bear fruit, others have only leaves." The wise man nodded, then asked, "If the apple tree complained that it's not as tall as the pine tree, and the pine tree envied the apple for its sweet fruit, would that make any sense?" Tavin chuckled. "No, of course not. That would be silly." Elendor continued, "Then tell me, how does the forest look to you?" "It's beautiful and balanced," Tavin replied. "Exactly," said Elendor. "Each tree has its own purpose. The apple gives sweet fruit. The pine reaches for the sky and provides shade. They're not the same, but both are needed." Then, Elendor led Tavin to a nearby pond. Fish swam gracefully in the water, while above them an eagle soared in the sky. The sage asked, "What if the fish complained that it couldn't fly like the eagle?" Tavin replied without hesitation, "That wouldn't be fair. The fish was made to swim, not to fly." Elendor smiled, "Then why do you want to be like someone else? You have things that others don't. If you keep comparing yourself, you'll always feel lacking. Look within yourself and grow what you have." A spark lit up in Tavin's heart. He suddenly realized how much time he had wasted being jealous instead of appreciating himself. From that day on, Tavin stopped comparing himself to others. He focused on learning, working with his true abilities, and little by little, his confidence returned. Years later, Tavin became a successful man, respected by everyone in the village. Whenever someone asked him the secret to his success, he would simply smile and say, "Never compare yourself to others. A fish doesn't need to fly to succeed. As long as it swims well, it can rule the ocean."